One of the great Italian clubs is in big trouble. With not long left in the season, could they actually be relegated to Serie C? To try and rescue them, I'm going to go classic defensive Italian football. But there's a twist later on as we flip it and go full on playmaker time. So welcome to Sampdoria. Now this is the real life database. I'm a couple of weeks behind real life. So we are 16th, 29 games to go. At time of recording, I think they've played 31 matches and I think they're a point better off. A quick look at the squad shows you that not only is it absolutely massive with nearly every position covered, but they've also got about 99 players on loan. Loads of players on loan. Some standouts include Remy Udine from Lecce, but they've also got young players in from Inter. It's a bizarre transfer setup they've got. And with that big squad and all those loan players, they were expected to finish as high as second in the league at 4-1. But as we know, that's not how it's panned out this season. So what we're going to do to try and survive is anti-football, totally defensive. So I thought about going full on Catenaccio or even Route 1, but we're going to create our own. One thing's for sure though, whatever setup we do, we're going to have it on defensive mentality. So the first setup I came up with is a flat back five with no nonsense centre backs all over the place. I'm not sure if it's going to work. There you see it, as basic as you like with a flat five, two central midfielders on support and two inside forwards supporting a target forward. And one thing you will notice is the complete lack of team instructions. Whatever I do here, that's going to stay the same in this survival battle. Our first game was Reggiana and we got off to a good start with a Barini penalty. It got even better after 16 minutes, another set piece and the header went in from the centre back. Now we held that lead till the 85th minute before a mistake led Reggiana to get back into it, but we held out for the win, winning 2-1, only having 38% of the possession and as you can see from the match momentum, pretty defensive stuff. Next up, it was another fallen team from Serie A, Frosinone, who are also struggling. Interestingly, one of our key men so far has been the striker, Massimo Coda, who is 36 years old and he has been around nearly everywhere in Italian football and even venturing as far as Slovenia. And he got off the mark in the next match. It was another quick start by us, just like the last match, but this time after 5 minutes we were 2-0 up again. They got one back, but as you can see from the match momentum, yet again we were under pressure most of the match. Now at this point all looks good. We took over at the Reggiana match on the back of 3 draws that the previous manager had, so they were doing alright. But these 2 matches, we are under a lot of pressure, so I'm just wondering whether or not we stick with this for the remainder. However, it has shot us up the league table to 11th with 37 points, 6 clear of that relegation area. Next up it was high-flying Spezia, and yet again we took an early 2-goal lead, but this time we really did get battered before Spezia got that equaliser in the 83rd minute. Yeah, that's not pretty. Yet another 2-2 draw in the next match against Cittadella, and a disappointing 0-0 against Juve Stabia, where we just didn't create a thing. Now you might think I'm crazy because we are undefeated, but I can just see signs that we're about to lose, so I've changed it up slightly, just slightly. Literally all I've done is move one of those centre backs up into the half-back position, meaning he'll start there, and when the moves get going, he'll drop back. My thinking is that will push up the full-backs naturally a bit more, knowing they've got 3 people behind them. And in the next match we were under pressure again, but this time we were a lot more ruthless going forward. And noticeably the full-backs were getting high up, with Di Paolo, the right wing-back, getting high up. And we got our best win yet, 3-0. And that victory meant we've actually done this challenge and cemented Sampdoria's place in Serie B. So can I claim victory there by saying that I've saved Sampdoria, or is this the easiest challenge we've done so far? Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to continue. So I'm going to play these 3 games out, despite us being safe, still sticking with this defensive mentality, and then next season we attack the league title. However, there's going to be a big change. So if you follow any Italian football, you'll know that Andrea Pirlo was the manager of Sampdoria. 3 games into the season, they got rid of him. When you think of Pirlo, you think of that beautiful playmaking Roman style football. So that's what we're going to do for next season to try and get them up. And it might be a good job we're going to do that approach, because in the last 3 games we could not get a win for love nor money. Defeats to Cremonese, Catanzaro, and finally a disappointing defeat at home to Salernitana meant we rounded out the season in 14th, just 2 places above the relegation playoffs. And remember, most of this squad will leave us because nearly all of them are on loan. Now, because I've only got a 1 season hit, next season I'm going to make it even harder for myself by giving transfer responsibilities my director of football. He's going to make all the transfer signings, so we're going to come back after pre-season and see what he's given us. This could be a bad decision. Over to you, Pietro Arcadi. He does have judging player ability of 14 and potential of 15, So let's see what he can come up with. As for tactics for next season, to get that Pirlo-esque flair and vision going on, I'm quite tempted to use the old Romans tactic we used with Ajax, with some tweaks. And just like that, we're back in late July, and the first thing to notice is there's not many players on loan now and the squad is significantly smaller. But we're still fancied in third at 15-8 behind the relegated Monza. So let's see what he has been up to. Now I'm noticing a lot of these players were already due to come through loans transferring into permanent moves, such as all these boys from Como. However, one signing I am excited about is the free transfer pickup of Gianluca Gaetano. He's got him in from Napoli. That's a pretty good signing. Well done, sir. There's more transfers to come and he's still got a bit of time to get moving as well. So he's done all right. He's done all right. But for now, we're going to see if we can get a flair-based playmaking tactic rocking. So initial thoughts with the players we've got available to us, it might look something like this. Basically, every player in there, other than a couple, you could class as a playmaker. Got to keep the centre-backs solid as they can because they're going to have a lot of work to do. One out-and-out winger, which is Pedrola, who was away on loan last season, so he's a big bonus to have him back. And the double pivot looks funky. Register and Roman playmaker. Let's see if it works. So signs were good in the first game of the season. Coppa Italia away at Udinese from Serie A. We played them off the park. And it carried on into the first Serie B game of the season against title favourites Monza, with new player Gaetano banging in a 93rd minute winner. But you can't say we didn't deserve it. So things started to cook here with the way we're playing. We went behind against Modena. Let's not panic, because after that we bagged 5 away from home. Some beautiful passing football as well. If I pause it there as well, you can see we just kind of leave the 2 centre-backs to sit back and everyone else just kind of does whatever they want. And it's super fluid. So when the forward gets the ball up front, Coda there, then you've got guys going past him either side, taking his place up front. There you go, Barini, Gaetano. Then he goes back up front. Again, it's just the 2 centre-backs at the back, causing absolute havoc there. Director of Football also treated me to 2 new ball-playing centre-backs. Alessandro Fontanrosa from Inter Milan on loan, and 95-year-old Brazilian defender Dante. Now this style of football is beautiful to watch, but sometimes it will leave you open, such as here. In this game against another good team, Venezia, we were 3-1 up, but we just kept doing our thing and conceded 2 late goals. Despite that though, the start of the season has been electric, as we sit top of the league after 7 matches and we've already scored 20 times. This is the complete opposite to the way we rescued the club last season. And shout out to 36-year-old veteran striker Coda, who scored 5 goals in 5 matches. I've just got to manage his workload. He's at the top end of the pitch and I've got 41-year-old Dante at the back. It wasn't until late November that we lost our first match, but we responded really well, and overall this season, pretty spectacular stuff. At the halfway point, we're sitting top of the league, having only lost that 1 game. And nobody is creating more chances than our roaming playmaking team. So going well, halfway point of the season, but this means another transfer window, so will our director of football give me a little few more gems to get us over the line? He ended up just giving us a couple of loan players, Nicolas Galazzi from Brescia, who could give us backup down the right, and he's a pretty decent player, and midfield cover in Andrea Giron. And obviously the first game after the winter break, we lost our second game of the season. But not to worry, because we responded really well. Now it's just a question whether this roaming tactic can get us back to Serie A. So it's deep into the season now, but we had a bit of a shaky time here. Look what happened here. Monza beat us 4-0, which fair enough can happen with this formation against a good team. But then Spal, Bari, Padova, Palermo, Spezia. Horrible run of 6 games without a win, but we've just got it back rocking now, which means with 4 games to go, we're second, which I'll take, but we're only 4 points clear of 3rd place. Scary little run-in coming up. P.S. Dante's now 42. The crucial match was against 3rd place Venezia, and thankfully our boys did what they do best. 2 early goals, both utilising the roaming play from all the players, meant that Venezia couldn't deal with us. We scored a 3-1 win, and that's got Sampdoria back to Serie A with a game to go. Now that tactic's a lot of fun. I'll put the player and team instructions on the end of the video. Obviously you can make it more solid, but if you just want to try something different, give it a go. Now, for the last game of the season against Cittadella, I'm going to play the defensive tactic for all time's sake. So in goes the 4-3-3 Sampdoria, and the beauty of this is these players can all fit into it perfectly. And in a drab affair, it was quite fitting that a defender was the guy that scored our equalising goal. So we finished in the automatic places in second. Didn't want any part of that playoffs. We don't have to do it. Sampdoria back in Serie A.